Yo, what's up gamers? So I only came into the break room because Sharon from marketing asked why one of the games on her 2026 hype list just disappeared overnight. Which is wild because usually when something disappears around here, it's just Gary's lunch. But before this lawsuit gets swept under the rug like a coffee spill at 4:59 p.m., smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tell me right now, do you think game clones should be allowed, or is Sony right to swing the legal hammer? Alright, here's the scoop. Sony and Tencent has officially settled the Horizon clone lawsuit out of court, and the case is now over for good. This all began back on July 25th, 2025, when Sony Interactive Entertainment filed a lawsuit accusing Tencent and its subsidiaries of copyright and trademark infringement over Light Emultrium. Sony claimed the game didn't just take inspiration from Horizon, but copied protected elements, including its world design, machine creatures, and even a central character Sony argued was clearly meant to evoke Aloy. Things escalated quickly with this. By October 25th, Sony had filed a motion for preliminary injunction, asking the court to step in early and stop the game from moving forward before it could launch or gain traction. After months of extensions, rescheduled hearings, and legal maneuvering, both companies jointly asked the court to dismiss the case. The judge agreed, the lawsuit was dismissed with prejudice, and all remaining motions were withdrawn. In legal terms, that means the case is finished permanently. No sequel, no rematch, no appeal arc. Here's the catch. The settlement is completely confidential. We don't know if money changed hands, we don't know what concessions were made, and we don't know who gave up more ground. What we do know is that both Sony and Tencent agreed to end the case, withdraw every pending motion, and cover their own legal fees. Earlier court filings also revealed that while the case was still active, Tencent had already agreed to pause motion, halt public testing, and avoid moving the game's release date any earlier than Q4 2027. Tencent's head of communications confirmed there would be no further public comment, and Sony stayed silent as well, which in lawsuit language usually translates to, "We resolved this and nobody wants to explain how." While the settlement details are sealed, the outcome is subtle. Light Emultrium has been delisted from major storefronts, including Steam and the Epic Game Store. The store pages no longer load, the game can't be wishlisted, and SteamDB now lists the title as retired. This lines up with the legal timeline. The game was already frozen during the injection phase, and now that the lawsuit is officially over, it appears delisting was either part of the settlement or the unavoidable consequence of it. As of right now, Light Emultrium doesn't exist as a purchasable product. It lives only in trailers, screenshots, and arguments about whether it crossed the line. The lawsuit was never just about one game, it was about where the industry draws the line between inspiration and imitation. Sony argued that Light Emultrium crossed that line entirely, calling it a blatant knockoff that copied Horizon's audiovisual identity and leaned on a character design that could confuse players into thinking it was officially connected. Tencent pushed back, arguing that popularity doesn't grant ownership over an art style or genre, and famously claimed that fame doesn't create a trademark. And now, we don't get a courtroom ruling to settle that debate, we just get a quiet settlement and a game that no longer exists. The lawsuit ending doesn't mean Sony was legally proven right, and it doesn't mean Tencent was cleared. It simply means neither side wanted this fight to drag into 2026. For Sony, the message is clear. If a game gets too close to Horizon, they're willing to move fast, file injunctions, and shut it down before it ever launches. For Tencent and the rest of the industry, this is a warning that cloning a hit franchise isn't just a creative risk, it's a legal one that can end with your entire project being frozen, settled, and quietly erased. As for Light Emultrium, its future is completely unknown. It could return under a new name, a new look, or never at all. Only Tencent knows, and for now, they're not saying a word. Well, that's enough legal cleanup for one shift. The mop closet doesn't cover copyright law, and Gary just asked if we can clone Horizon legally, so I'm bouncing out. But before I disappear, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments down below, do you think Light Emultrium deserved to be pulled, or should inspiration always be fair game? This is Gruffy the Janitor signing off. Peace out.